about to go to bed, but I really had to get this off my mind because it was really in my heart. I just wanted to really just let this out even before I go to bed. I was just thinking, like, how often do we really tell the people around us that we love them? How often do we really show them love? I feel like we can assume that people love us, of course, because they're family, they're friends, they're close by. But, like, do you know there are people that are in your life that don't feel loved? You know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about strangers or, I mean, people that are really intimately in your life, whether it's work, home, school, church, whatever setting you're in, right? Like, there are people who go days, months, even years without love being expressed to them. You know, and now I get we all have different ways of experiencing love. Some people need more words of affirmation, other people need physical touch, regardless of it, right? Like we we don't do a good enough job of showing people how much we love them. We don't. Like, maybe we just get so consumed in life, we get so consumed in everything that's going on, we get consumed with work, get consumed with what's going on in the house. We get consumed with finances. We get consumed with everything, everything. But yet, like, what's really important? Like, all those things are important, but like, what's really important? Like, we gotta value the people around us. Like, those people who God has placed in our lives really will make our lives immensely better. Like, people who care for you, who love you, and vice versa. They really make life worth living. They make life that much more better just being around. And we have to let people know that. And that's their role and value in life for us, right? Like, I feel like God puts us on this earth to die empty almost. I think of it as like a deflating balloon to where, like, you know, you start full, like, we build up fullness. We build up through knowledge and love and faith and wherever we fill up, and then it's like we're just squeezing out everything we have to really, like, give to people. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is that we have to do. Like, God is really causing us to, like, really bless everybody around us, like, really pour into people around us, because, like, so many people just walk through life and nobody cares about them, and they feel that, especially now, feeling this internet age with everything going on. Like, it's easy to get lost. And I think we always feel like, oh, we got Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and email, text, whatever, right? FaceTime, all of that stuff. But it's like, it it don't mean nothing. Like, because with all of that, the stats show that people are feeling more lonely. So think about it. You have all these things now that are supposed to help us feel more connected, but yet everyone feels more lonely, especially men. Like, there are more men who are reporting feeling lonely and depressed and sad and everything like that. And again, I feel like that's really a product of, what I mean? Like, even other men, you're not feeling loved, when it's really a tough place to be, and I feel like now we're in a better place to have that conversation. But even as a man, sometimes you need that validation, you need that feeling as well. And before, I think a lot of people couldn't talk about that because you was like, oh, you soft or whatever, whatever. But now I think, like, we're in a better place where people could admit, like, yo, like, men be lonely too. Men to go through it as well. So when I say this, it's really one of those things where it's like, yo, we gotta look and see, like, what can we do better every day. You know what I mean? To let people in our lives know we appreciate them in whatever way that is. Like, we all don't have to do it the same way. You know what I mean? Like some people, they, oh, I love you. That's fine. That's for them. But like for some people, it just might be like, yo, man, I appreciate you. Something simple like that. You know, like I feel like we always think it got to be all complicated and profound. And, you know what I'm saying? All this kind of stuff, man. Thank y'all for showing love on the live, by the way. But it's one of those things where it's just like, yo, you can't really be somebody you not. You know what I mean? Like you show love in the way what you show love. But the thing is, do people understand it to show love? Like I know the issue that comes through is for people who really are like they call themselves acts of service, and that's what I am. You know what I mean? Like I don't need somebody to tell me that they love me. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever need that. You know what I mean? To me, love was always something that you did by actions. Like if I pay bills, I show up, I take care of the house. You know what I mean? Like to me, that's my way of showing love. But I learned that for other people, they need to hear the words. Like just being there and supporting, they don't feel that, and you could be frustrated. But again, like they may not feel that. So you got to learn how to like show that love to people in a way that they understand it. You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to do stuff that's like not naturally yourself. And it's very funny because like for me, I'm really acts of service kind of person. You know what I mean? Like I really, that's my thing. Like I said, pay the bills, I show up, whatever. Even people in my life, like I like people who show love in that way. You know what I mean? But again, it's one of those things where it's like I'm surrounded by wild people who like, they love languages. They need words of affirmation. They need to hear it. So it's weird to me because that's not my thing. Like, yo, I don't need people to tell me I love you. I think you're this. I don't really need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good without that. But I've had to learn to do something that's like not natural to me because again, like I want people in my life to feel, you know what I mean, like the love I'm showing to them, and if my own stuff is getting in the way, then it's like, yo, I gotta do better. You know what I mean? Like, um, you know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things that's tough, you know. But it's something that we do. Like, you just gotta do it, man. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things we just gotta do. So, it's something I'm just thinking about for bed, and just something that's rolling through my brain. You know, but hopefully it helps. Just late night thoughts, just rambling on, and even me, like I know I gotta do better. You know what I mean? Like I'm definitely one of the people that I won't even lie. Where it's like I definitely got to do a better job of showing people love in my life. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm doing all right. I need to do better. And that's something that I could always live with is that every day I'm trying to get better. Every day I'm trying to improve. Every day I'm trying to, see like what can I do better, like to really make sure that people in my life really feel, what I mean, appreciated in the way that they could receive it. I think sometimes on days where I don't want to keep going, that's what keeps me going. It's like, I'm here for a reason. God has me here. And it's like, I can do something every day to help else's life be better or just to even appreciate what they have going. You know what I mean? So for me, that's really where I'm at. I'm just really thinking about that in those ways where it's like, what can I do every day from the time I wake up, from the time I go to bed, to really make sure that I'm really having the impact that I want to have in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Because in your brain, you thinking like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But are you really, you know what I mean? Like, are you really doing what you say you're doing? You got to really think about that and really, you know, have those tough conversations and tough questions. Because, sometimes you realize that you're not the person that you say you are. And that's not an easy pill to swallow when you realize, like, yo, you're not who you said you were. Like, you said, you this type of person, and then you're not that type of person. You know what I mean? Like, that's always tough to deal with. But I think that's the part that really helps us to be better people day by day, month by month, to realize that, yo, I am falling short at the things that I said I wanted to be. You know what I mean? Or I'm falling short being the person I want to be, how I want to carry myself. But that to me is the start of greatness. That's the start of, like, you really being a phenomenal person, you being someone who really, like, becomes the person that you, like, dream of being, or you think of being, or the person that you want to be. It's that realization that I am not there. And then when that hits you, then I feel like you're in this constant state of growth and development, because it's always on your mind. So that's all I had to get off my brain before bed. Just wanted to ramble it off, put my thoughts on the internet. I appreciate y'all who tuned in and showed love. I'll at y'all on the flip side.